Greetings and salutations, folks. My name is Nick, and welcome back to Dragon Age Origins, where we are back in the Mage's Tower, finally, after being trapped in the Fade for a little while. And we are still climbing our way to the top. We are still full up on our inventory. So unfortunately, I can't actually pick anything up at the moment, though all of these cabinets are generally very tantalizing with their prospective items. Though, I might have to swap this out. So let us destroy one of our items that we don't care about, like this frost rock. Actually, yeah. That way I can replace my hood. Still disgustingly ugly. Like, look at this thing. Look at it. Oh my god. Now that we're done with the Fade, though, I don't know how much is left in regards to the Mage's Tower. But let us play it safe, because we can no longer transform into awesome transformations. Wyverns, I think. Or dragonlings. Nope, that's the journal button. Let's have you go right after that guy. You can go after that guy. You can also attack. You can taunt. Alright, everybody's going after... Nope, this guy's already dead. Excellent. I was all worried about these dragonlings for nothing.
Poor bastard.
Hello, how are you? Like, this guy didn't even show up for the fight. Unfortunately, I cannot pick anything up. Hopefully, I'll be able to pick stuff up once I'm actually able to sell the things I have on my person. But I don't believe that is an option at the time. At the moment. Ah, my. It looks like we've gathered quite the crowd. I'm guessing... No, she's rejuvenating, so I will heal. Actually, let us do a mass... What is the, cooldown? 90-second cooldown on this. Huh. How is, her healing ability? Let's heal Alistair. I will heal Alistair. I'm not happy about the fact that they explode when they die. Do they really need all these extra activities? Insufficient skill? I'm very disappointed in you, Liliana. Does she actually have the ability to get more skill in... Yep, she does. And what does that require? Level 12. And she is level 11. So when she levels up, then she'll be able to pick that lock.
Alright.
Anybody in here? Just gross, horrible things.
Yes, of course.
Alright. And we are 2 rooms away from the staircase. So I presume there's going to be a fight in this room. There is not. Nope, never mind. There's the fight. Oh, and there's a greater rage demon. Let's, greater shade, lesser shade. I'm gonna have Leliana switch targets to the greater rage demon. Yeah, you can use Stone Fist on that one. Let's heal Alistair. Alright, so now we've just got the Greater Rage Demon. Oh, but Alistair's almost dead, so let us do a group heal, and also an emergency lesser healing poultice. Let's go after the, yeah. Greater Rage Demon now. Heal Alistair. There we go. And I think this should be... Yeah, now he's done. Let's clear out the Lesser Shade and heal Alistair in the process. Alright. And they are done. That wasn't that bad.
What now?
Alright. Now I'll imagine this next room is empty. Oh, no, this next room is a plot room.
This trick again? I know what you are. It won't work. I will stay strong.
Cullen, don't you recognize me?
Only too well. Ugh, how far they must have delved into my thoughts.
The boy is exhausted. And this cage, I've never seen anything like it. Rest easy. Help is here.
Ugh, enough visions. If anything in you is human, kill me now and stop this game.
He's delirious. He's been tortured and has probably been denied food and water. I can tell. Here, I have a skin of...
Don't touch me. Stay away. Filthy blood mages. Getting in my head. I will not break. I'd rather die.
Where are the other survivors?
What others? What are you talking about?
Irving and the other mages who fought Aldred. Where are they?
They are in the harrowing chamber. The sounds coming up from there. Omega.
We must hurry. They are in grave danger, I am sure of it.
You can't save them. You don't know what they've become.
I don't understand. What are you afraid of?
They've been surrounded by blood mages whose wicked fingers snake into your mind and corrupt your thoughts.
His hatred of mages is so intense. The memory of his friends' deaths is still fresh in his mind.
You have to end it now, before it's too late.
I want to save everyone who can possibly be saved.
Are you really saving anyone by taking this risk? To ensure this horror is ended, to guarantee that no abominations or blood mages live, you must kill everyone up there.
I cannot decide on that before seeing what's going on.
That is your choice to make, but I beg you to consider what I have to say. You cannot tell Maleficarum by sight. Just one could influence the mind of a king, of a grand cleric.
Have I made my I haven't made my decision. It's not as bad as you make it out to be. I do not want the blood of innocents on my hands. You're right, it's not worth the risk. I do not fear Maleficarum. They should fear me. I do not want the blood of innocents on my hands.
I am just willing to see the painful truth, which you are content to ignore. Ah, but what can I do? As you can see, I am in no position to directly influence your actions, though I would love to deal with the mages myself.
Good, then don't, then you can't cause any trouble.
My cage is Uldred's doing, or one of his mages. Once they're dead, I will be free.
Stay safe, it will be over soon.
No one ever listens. Not until it's far too late.
You know, he spends a
Make
lot
turn
of...
his gaze on you. I hope your compassion hasn't doomed us all.
This guy has, like, 2 separate stories going on. He's got one story where he believes you to be fake visions, and then halfway through the conversation, it seems as though that story drops, and then he's like, oh no, what's really going on is this is what you need to do to save the day. Like, he becomes this Templar advocate where he's like, you need to destroy all the mages to save the day. The entire idea that he's speaking to phantoms disappears, and he treats us more as, like, actual people who are going to go on. But also without recognizing the fact that I was a former student here. Either way, let us go into the harrowing chamber. I'm sure it will be quite harrowing. I've already made this joke once in this playthrough, but that was like... many, many hours ago.
Do you accept the gift that I offer?
Now all we need is a character to shout something about unlimited power. Why, hello, it's, me.
Look what we have here. I remember you. Irving's star pupil.
I don't remember
Didn't
you.
much of you then, and I certainly don't see your appeal now.
I'm still a circle mage, and what you have done concerns me.
I'm quite impressed you're still alive. Unfortunately, that must mean you killed my servants. Oh well, they are probably better off dying in the service of their betters than living with the terrible responsibility of independence.
You'll soon follow your servants.
Wait. Let's not be hasty. I'm trying to have a civilized conversation here.
I do not converse with abominations.
Fight, if you must. It will just make my victory all the sweeter.
Don't forget the litany. It will thwart Uldred's attempts to control the mages and win this fight for us.
I wonder at what point of the fight I'm gonna have to use that. Alright, I guess let's go after these abominations. And then there's Uldred in the back. Heal Alistair. Let's flame strike you. Heal you. Go after this abomination. Heal him. And also, he can also take... Is he stunned? He is frozen solid for 5 seconds. Great. So I'm going to group heal because otherwise he'll get knocked down. Alright. And now for Uldred. Let's actually start by mana draining. And is he still frozen? Yes. Let's put these on the menu. There we go. Okay, so that's just for the caster. Actually, yeah, let's, heal Alistair with her. And then do a mass rejuvenation. Let's see. Lightning Bolt, maybe. Arcane Bolt. Winter's Grasp. Doing some pretty decent damage, I suppose. Okay, I guess I was supposed to use that on somebody else. Or at a different time. Can I use that now? No, I cannot. Okay. I guess I don't know how to use that. Maybe I was supposed to use it while there was the big purple circle? Instructions unclear. Group heal. Let's hit up some dust, which sounds a lot worse than it actually is. Let's have her use a lyrium potion. So we got lightning bolts. There we go. Okay, so that worked. I was supposed to use it while the purple thing is going on. Heal Alistair. Lightning bolts. Arcane bolts. Can I, grab mana from you? No, I cannot. It does nothing. Winter's Grasp. Arcane bolts. Actually, let's heal Alistair. Arcane bolts this guy, of course. Damn it! Excellent.
Of course.
What can we get rid of in order to make room for whatever items this guy has on his person, because his dead body is not going to stay there.
All right.
Probably not. Alright. Irving, I've saved the day.
Maker, I'm too old for this.
Irving, are you all right?
I've been better. But I am thankful to be alive. I suppose that is your doing, isn't it, Win?
I wasn't alone. I had help.
I was surprised to see you standing there. But I am glad you have returned. The Circle owes both of you a debt we will never be able to repay. Come. The Templars await. We shall let them know that the tower is once again ours.
Very well, lead
I'll
on.
need you to guide me down the stairs. Ugh, curse whoever insisted the Circle be housed in a tower.
Irving? Maker's breath. I did not expect to see you alive.
It is over, Gregor. Aldred is dead.
Aldred tortured these mages, hoping to break their wills and turn them into abominations. We don't know how many of them have turned.
Well, the ones that are
Don't be
abominations, yeah.
ridiculous.
Of course he'll say that. He might be a blood mage. Don't you know what they did? I won't let this happen again.
I am the Knight Commander here, not you.
Thank you for standing up now. I believe order has been restored to the Circle.
We will rebuild. The Circle will go on, and we will learn from this tragedy and be strengthened by it.
We have won back the tower. I will accept Irving's assurance that all is well.
But they may have demons within them, lying dormant, lying in wait.
That's the point
I have
of your
already
job.
made my decision. Thank you. You have proven yourself a friend of both the Circle and the Templars.
And what about the Darkspawn? I require aid.
I promised you aid, but with the Circle restored, my duty is to watch the mages. They are free to help you, however. Speak to them.
You mean the first enchanter?
Yes, Irving. For now,
Why didn't you just say his name? He's right in front of us.
There may be some survivors, and we should do our best to tend to them. Please excuse me. And Irving, it is good to have you back.
I'm sure we'll be at each other's throats again in no time.
All right. Let us talk to...
Here we are.
Oh, never mind. There we go.
Tower in disarray. The Circle nearly.
Yeah, not exactly the greatest bunch of allies, I suppose.
It could have been much, much worse. I am glad you arrived when you did. It's almost as though the Maker himself sent you.
The Blight drove me here to seek aid.
The least we can do is help you.
Actually, yeah, the Blight did drive me here, but I'm also here for other reasons.
To survive this, only to be overcome by the Blight.
In order to figure out the possessed child of Earl Eamon. So I have your word?
You have my word. As first enchanter, the Circle will join the Grey Wardens in the fight.
Irving, I have a request. I seek leave to follow the Grey Warden.
Win, we need you here. The Circle needs you.
I appreciate the sentiment, Irving. But the Circle will do fine without me. The Circle has you. This man is brave and good, and capable of great things. If he will accept my help, I will help him accomplish his goals.
I would be honored to have you join me, Win.
You were never one to stay in the tower when there was adventure to be had elsewhere.
Why stay when I can be of service elsewhere?
Then I give you leave to follow the Grey Warden.
That is an odd combination of sentences, but I'll go with it.
Always have a place here. There is much to be done here, and I must go.
Yeah.
You must forgive me for not being a proper host.
Can the Circle go to Redcliffe to save a possessed child?
The child is possessed. But killing the demon would mean killing the... Unless you intend to enter the Fade. Yes. Yes, it can be done with a group of mages. I shall gather what mages I can, and we shall leave promptly. A life is at stake.
Alright. Achievement, Mage Sympathizer. Win approved. Now, anybody wants to sell me stuff, or buy my stuff? Quartermaster! Thank you! I've got so much stuff.
You really killed all those abominations? I didn't think it was possible. I thought we'd all die here. I'm sure you need supplies after that, don't you?
Well, I do need supplies, but I also need to offload a lot of supplies. So I'm going to do that real quick. Alright. So that is done. Let's run back through here and see if we can pick up the things that we missed.
When?
I don't know if I have the strength.
You remind me of Lady Cecily.
Who?
She was an Orlesian lady. My mother served her until she died, and Lady Cecily let me stay instead of turning me out on the street. You are like her in some ways. You have the same poise, the same air of nobility.
Oh, child. I am hardly noble.
I learned that nobility isn't just something you are born with. I have met nobles who are very petty and mean, complete degenerates. Then, there are people with a certain dignity and grace. It draws you to them, no matter who you are or who they are. I think the lowest peasant can have the most noble spirit, and it will always shine through. It is this nobility of spirit that you share with Cecily.
Why, thank you, Liliana. It is very kind of you to say that.
What's this? Liliana having a light conversation with somebody who isn't just trying to poke fun at her belief system? Clearly, sending Morrigan home was the right choice. Speaking of which, let's go to the party camp. Let's not go directly to Redcliffe. We also still have one other lingering issue with our inventory, is we have way too many gifts.
Light, how will you end it?
We have to fight the archdemon.
Is that all? It is surrounded by an ocean of darkspawn. How will you reach it? If you reach it, how will you slay it? You say you are a Grey Warden. I have heard stories of this order.
What have you heard?
Great strategists and peerless warriors. That is what we hear of the Wardens. So far, I am not impressed.
I'm not here to impress you.
Evidently not. It remains only to see what you are here for.
He approved of that. Okay. I'll go with it. Yeah, but I've got like tons of gifts that I need to start offloading onto my group. I got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Oh, so I know Morgan wants the Black Grimoire because the inventory is kind enough to actually tell me. And actually, I'm now at the point in which I'm at a part where I can start talking to these people again because I have done a thing. I have crossed a threshold. So,
Yes?
I'd like to talk.
Well, here I am.
What was life like in the Chantry Cloister?
Quiet. It was a life suited for contemplation. In the cloister, away from the fuss and the flurry of the cities, I found peace. And in that stillness, I could hear the Maker. But it was not perfect. Some of my Chantry fellows were condescending. That is the nature of religious folk, I suppose.
Yes, they tend to be self-righteous.
When I talked about my beliefs, that the Maker reveals himself in the beauty of his world, they treated me with disdain. They want to believe that he's gone, so that when he turns his gaze on them, it means they are special, chosen. He cannot possibly have love for all, the sick and the weary, the beggars and the fools.
I prefer your ideas to the ideas of the Chantry.
Thank you. Maybe I am wrong. But it is the Maker's place to decide if I am worthy, not men, not the Chantry. But there is work to be done, and I have talked enough for now.
Ah, Leliana approved. Excellent. Win! Tell me your whole life story, starting from day one.
It's been a long day. Rest would be welcome.
Although now I'm reminded of the joke from the movie, I believe it's from either The Naked Gun or The Police Squad that's based on, where Drebin goes up to the suspect and he's like, tell me what happened, start from the beginning, and the suspect goes, or the witness goes, yeah, there was this big bang, and then Drebin's like, fast forward to the part where the crime happened. Let's see, are you all right?
Yes, of course. I am just a little weary. As you may have noticed, I'm no spring chicken.
You do not look like a chicken to me. No, you're... I appreciate the fact that the first line of dialogue is, like, right in line with what I was thinking, so I have to choose that. No, you're a person.
Ha, very funny. But in all honesty, I do not know how many years I have left in me. I have lived for such a long time, but
I wonder...
there's always something else to do. And I have to keep going in order to do it. I think I will be glad when I am...
I wonder why that's... I wonder if that's the reason why she's decided she needs to go on this adventure. I'm sure it'll be kicking around for years. You're not allowed to be done quite yet. I'm sure it'll be cooking around for years yet.
Oh, I don't know. I really don't.
Ah, Leliana approves. Wait, she approved of that too? Alright. I'll go with it. Emissary Pether? Who the hell are you?
The Circle of Magi stands ready to assist, Grey Warden, as do the
Ah,
Templars
the
of
emissaries.
Chantry.
Do you need anything?
There are always areas to improve on, Grey Warden. The most useful for my talents are runes.
Okay.
The Circle of Magi stands ready to assist, as is my...
I guess he doesn't have much to say. So we've talked to Leliana, let's talk to Alistair.
What do you need?
I'd like to ask you something. What kind of Templar do exactly?
Essentially, they're trained to fight. The Chantry will tell you that the Templars exist simply to defend. But don't let them fool you. They're an army. The other main purpose for a Templar is, of course, to hunt mages. To that end, we train in talents that drain mana and disrupt spells.
So Templars Templars use magic themselves? Or... Have you hunted many mages? So couldn't others learn these talents?
Perhaps, but there usually isn't much of an opportunity. The Chantry keeps a close rein on its Templars. We are given lyrium to help develop our magical talents, you see. Which means we become addicted. And since the Chantry controls the lyrium trade with the dwarves, well, I'm sure you can put two and two together.
So you were addicted to this lyrium?
Thankfully, no. You only start receiving lyrium once you've taken your vows. You don't need lyrium in order to learn the Templar talents. Lyrium just makes Templar's talents more effective. Or so I was told. Maybe it doesn't even do that. The Chantry usually doesn't let their Templars get away, either, so they can spread their secrets.
So the Chantry controls the Templars control the mages. Basically a cycle of power. Hey dog, Tim.
Look at what your fool dog placed in my pack. A putrid, half-eaten hare is not something a woman wants to find in her unmentionables.
It can't be stinkier than what normally. I think he thinks you need more meat on your bones. Why doesn't he share his food with me?
You are welcome to this if you really want it. The dirty mongrel can have this back. There. And tell him not to do it again.
Don't do it again, you're a war duck. You heard the lady.
I don't want it, you worthless fur bag.
Now you're just being mean. I think you hurt his feelings.
Oh, he's just trying to be manipulative, I can tell. I do it too.
Tim, I'll make it up for you. I'll give you this lamb bone. I think.
Your dog is filthy. I can smell him 50 yards off.
Good. He will fell our enemies with his stench.
That may be so, but all the same, I would like your permission to bathe him.
Go ahead. He is getting a little rank.
Excellent. I will get my soaps, and the dog shall have his bath after supper.
Not bathing. Everything's just going wrong for Tim tonight. How do I give a gift to a character? Do I... I'm gonna just watch. See where this goes.
You are a true warrior and worthy of respect.
Trying to find a way through the earth, are we? It's going to take some time, you know. Well, good luck with that. Alright, so what I need to do, apparently, is I need to switch over to that character. And then go to the item. There we go. Oh, he's got maximum approval rating. Never mind. Alright. We've talked to... We haven't talked to Sten.
Yes.
I wanted to discuss something you mentioned.
Speak, then.
Wow,
I
that's...
suggest we move on.
I have a question.
I am hardly surprised.
Why did you come to Ferelden?
To answer a question.
What was the question?
The Arishok asked what is the Blight. By his curiosity, I am now here.
Don't you have to report back then?
Yes.
When are you going to do that?
Never.
Oh.
I cannot go home.
Why not?
It doesn't matter now. Can we move on? We keep the Darkspawn waiting.
What were you doing in that cage?
Sitting, as you observed.
That's not what I meant.
It's what you asked.
Fine, let's drop this for
Ashera,
now.
Was there anything else?
Let's
As
go.
you wish.
Alright, at the very least, he wasn't affected for the negative. And now Morrigan. Morrigan, let's try to have a conversation without you getting upset.
What do you wish of me?
I'd like to ask you
If
something.
You must.
Can you teach others to become shape changers?
By others, do you mean yourself?
How did you know? Yes, I'm considering it.
Then I shall teach you what I can whenever we are in camp, provided you have the will to even make the attempt, that is.
Ah, specialization unlocked. Okay. Let's save our game again.
What do you wish of me?
I'd like to ask you something. Did you grow up in the Kakari wilds?
Why do you ask me such questions? I do not probe you for pointless information, do I?
You can probe me anytime. Oh, jeez. It's my favorite way of annoying you. What happens if you say you can probe me anytime?
Beg pardon then while I jump for joy. What is it you asked if I grew up in the wilds? A curious question. Where else would you picture me? For many years it was simply Flemeth and I. The wilds and its creatures were more real to me than Flemeth's tales of the world of man. In time I grew curious. I left the wilds to explore what lay beyond.
So essentially, civilization was the wilderness for her.
Wilderness.
As she just said, in the civilized wilderness. And you remained unnoticed?
For the most part. Flemeth taught me well. For all that I had been taught, however, the truth of the civilized lands proved to be overwhelming. I was unfamiliar with so much. So confident and bold was I, yet there was much that Flemeth could never have prepared me for.
Very daring. That sounds like you. That also... Is that a compliment? Is she okay with that?
Equal parts daring and foolhardy.
Okay, she seems
Only once
okay
was
with
I
that.
accused of being a witch of the wilds, and that by a chastened who happened to be traveling with a merchant caravan. He pointed and gasped and began shouting in his strange language, and most assumed he was casting some curse upon me. I acted the terrified girl, and naturally, he was arrested.
That was quick thinking.
Men are always willing to believe two things about a woman. One, that she is weak, and two, that she finds him attractive. I played the weakling and battered my eyelashes at the captain of the guard. Child's play. The point being that I was able to move through human lands fairly easily. Whatever humans think a witch of the wild looks like, 'tis not I. Not that I did not have trouble. There are things about human society which have always puzzled me, such as the touching. Why all the touching for a simple greeting?
Ma'am, I've got to say you look like a witch of the wilds. Have you seen how you dress? Touching like a handshake?
Begin with, yes. What is the point of touching my hand? I find it an offensive intrusion. There were many nuances that Flemeth could never tell me of. When to look into another's eyes. How to eat at a table. How to bargain without offending. None of these things I knew. I still do not understand it all, truth be told, but then I gave up long ago any hope of doing so. When I returned to the wilds last, I swore to Flemeth that I had no intention of leaving again.
Yet here you are.
Yes, here I am. Well, let's get on with it before the ground opens up and swallows us, yes?
Ah, Morgan approved. Excellent. And now let's offload some gifts. I don't think these actually go with any specific cinematic. Let's give her the Black Grimoire.
What? You found Flemeth's
Oh, never mind.
grimoire? Ever since we discovered the condition of the Mage's Tower, I had wondered if it might be recoverable, but I had yet to speak of it to you.
Ah, and this actually is very
Fortunately,
important.
You found it on your own. You have my thanks. I will begin study of the tome immediately.
Because this leads to... What? Don't I even get a kiss? What do you hope to find within it?
Secrets. My mother has many of them, and this tome represents the one time that they were able to get away from her. I do not intend to squander this opportunity to learn more than Flemeth wished me to know. This should be interesting.
Yeah, and this leads to problems. But I'm sure those are going to be problems for another day, because at our current level, we will not be able to deal with it. I think. For now, though, I think I'm going to stop for the night. I'm just going to hand off all the gifts that don't create quests. If it does create a quest, I'll just reload the save and do that next time. In the meantime, got any suggestions for someone to play next? Leave it down in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and have yourselves a good night.